My name is Srikara. I'm the CTO at R Systems. I'm based out of Dallas, Texas. R Systems has been a product engineering and digital services company. So for the last 30 years, R Systems has devoted itself in terms of ensuring that they provide platforms for our customers tailored to their business requirements, not just develop it, but also maintain it and enhance it from time to time. And we use a very agile DevOps AI frameworks methodology here to modernize next generation platforms, products, as well as experiences for customers. We got almost like 300 plus very, what do you call, interesting clients, I would say. Though we have a larger base, the 300 plus clients are very interesting. And quite a few of them are from the Fortune 1000 as well. And our systems has been working extensively across the geographies of the Americas, has been involved in the geography of Eastern Europe, and then to a large extent APAC. So it's though it's a company of the size it is mid-size, it's currently poised to be a bigger company with a global reach, and that's what our systems is all about. We have developed the core platform. For example, for one of our big telecom customers, we actually developed the core platform on which they have hundreds of equipment running. They have hundreds of subscribers on that, and we may manage and maintain the core platform. When you look at healthcare, we got key platforms that differentiate in terms of, say, behavioral health. So behavioral health is one area where we differentiate significantly, and that's one of our niche offerings. And this is where you see the introduction of AI happening. And AI happens when it comes to, say, for example, a doctor is talking to a patient, and then we have to get the transcript out, and based on that, we have to get the medicines out. All these things is going via AI route at this point in time. Similarly, when it comes to subscribers and when it comes to telecom related stuff, there's a lot of power consumption that happens in the telecom area, and there's an intent to reduce the amount of power that is consumed. So, to an extent, AI is leveraged in terms of ensuring that power reduction happens or the power consumption reduces. So, when you look at the key architecture changes that are happening today with the adoption of cloud, and then on top of it, the digital adoption, and then the adoption of AI related LLMs and transformers and bedrocks and those kind of different services, what our systems has been pioneering is to include a bunch of services from the hyperscalers into our platform centric approach so that you are leveraging the AI that is already available and not trying to recreate something. And for some of our clients in the federal area, we have also developed stuff where we have developed stuff, for example, in terms of retirement benefits. So if somebody wants to retire and they are going to ask a question, what do I get in 2029 when I retire? The whole computation process is now enabled by AI, and that's a big use case. And where you see hallucination appears, there are probably things that the knowledge is not sufficient for AI to itself learn and do some things. This is where we have been working with our end customers to create solutions where the responses become easier, less of hallucination, and more accurate and faster to the market. So this is how AI is being implemented in each of the platforms that we develop for our customers. And those AI inclusions have ensured that it is quicker go to market, it is far more efficient, it is resilient, and then secure as well with the introduction of AI parameters. This is an easy example. We have actually included quite a bit of computer vision into that. We have included voice AI into that. We have included LLMs into that. And what it essentially does is actually it reduces the risk of somebody getting hurt on the shop floor, for example, because he's not worn a helmet, he has not worn a uniform, or his shoe is not okay, and he's walking on the floor, and there is some truck coming from the other side. So there we deploy computer vision. Going further, we have leveraged the cameras to actually look at what's the user experience that a customer is getting in retail shop. So when he's trying to sell something, and then you see that the customer on the other side is trying to buy it, but he spends only 10 seconds and then the customer walks away from the shop. That shows a lack of interest in the customer who has come into the shop, who leaves in 8 seconds. And thereby the productivity of the retail people are being managed through analysis of what they speak, how they speak, their body language and things like that. So there's a set of criteria that we would have said that when a customer comes in, you're supposed to do A, B, C, D, E. and then enthuse the customer to buy something out of the thing and go away. But if it doesn't do, AI captures all that kind of stuff. So we have also ensured that when it is voice AI, there is a multilingual support being provided on top of it. So thereby many support in the past, which was only in one language or two languages, has suddenly become multilingual and has also become 24/7. So a combination of LLMs, a combination of computer vision, a combination of voice AI, and then an ability to do data and analytics put on top of it has ensured that one, safety is taken care of in the manufacturing places. Inventory is managed pretty well in those same manufacturing places. And on top of it, in the warehouses as well as in the retail places, the salesperson's efficiency has gone up. The ability to for us to actually place the equipment, right equipment at the right place so that there is visibility has gone up. And these are the things that are actually improving the business for our customers. And that's one classic example within automobile industry. I think one of the key areas is in terms of the development area, which I think is an important area for us to immediately take control action of. Like, for example, if you talk of Cursor AI or Replit kind of tools, every company has to immediately adopt some of these development related AI techniques to ensure that you're able to do the code gen faster, it's more reliable, and then more secure as well. So that's probably one of the things we are seeing, and we are adopting it at a very, very quick pace so that code generation becomes one of the starting points. But what gets missed out from most other places is operational stuff, customer related stuff, decision making. So these are things that tools don't do actually, right? So these are things that are done based on a framework that you develop within your organization. So our systems at this point has heavily focused on operational parameters, decision making work, and how AI can be leveraged to an extent that somebody can take a proper decision. And this is where it could be a RAG kind of concept. It could be domain specific related stuff. Like, for example, it could be in the healthcare industry, it could be in the manufacturing industry, it could be in the healthcare industry. The parameters of decision making are very different. And thereby, we will have to put frameworks in place by which we help customers not just use a tool, but also be able to take it beyond that to operationalize it and also make decisions. And for example, these are these autonomous agents that are being deployed these days. How do you deploy an autonomous agent? What does it do? How does it collect the knowledge articles and reproduce it? That's another area where it's very important for organizations like our systems to come and help customers. And those are the kind of things I think which our systems is doing, which I'm feeling uh, pretty much helps end customers get their code developed fast, put some decision making parameters in place, and look at outcomes, whether it is outcomes in terms of defects, in terms of compliance, in terms of downtime, in terms of new people joining and how they become productive immediately. This is the area which is very exciting. What concerns me is in terms of the bad use of AI, I would say. Sometimes people just bring in AI, it hallucinates a lot. The amount of information that it gives becomes so wrong because of hallucination that people are unable to gauge whether they should go ahead and use it or they should just go back to their old legacy systems. And this is especially happening in areas where there's a lot of mathematics involved. So I actually recommend that most of the data scientists and the data people that we have to be good people on maths as well. It's it's where your words get converted to numbers, your numbers get into different buckets, and then you are actually putting some kind of a sequencing of events. And then at the end of sequencing, you're actually putting it back into words based on the outcomes or the decision making that happens. This whole concept is something that's very, very relevant. And that's where our systems plays a major role. But it's worrisome if people don't do it the right way. They don't follow the 4 or 5 steps that we recommend, and then they end up getting wrong answers, and that actually takes people 10 steps back rather than taking 2 steps forward. That's what scares me. So I think AI is here for a bigger disruption than what happened in the past. So in the past, it was the architecture that changed. It became more manageable, I would call. There was enough time for you to catch up, and there was enough time for you to innovate and make the change happen. But this time, I think you have to run faster than what this. It's the speed that matters right now, and that's what I'm seeing the difference between what happened in the past to what's happening now. Now it's all about speed, learning, your ability to actually consume something, look at a business outcome rather than just a technology related outcome.